Over the last decade, Islamic finance has risen fast and its banking sector has become crucial for economic growth in a dozen nations throughout the globe. Islamic finance is expected to rise in due to financial growth in nations with big Muslim population that are largely unbanked. Furthermore, Islamic financial institutions (IFIs) are seen as a good platform for boosting financial inclusion, particularly access to funding for SMEs, and so aiding maturation. Islamic finance expanding reach promises a slew of potential advantages. Among the institutions that have been established to help and ensure that there is no misconduct such as fraud, namely the General Council for Islamic Banks and Financial Institutions (CIBAFI). CIBAFI is guided by its strategic objective in its mission to support an Islamic financial services industry by being the industry's leading voice in advocating regulatory, financial and fiscal policies which are in the broad interest of which us participates and the foster of Islamic financial services industry and reasonable practice in the industry. CIBFI is a non-profit organization based in the Kingdom of Bahrain that was founded in 2001. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation is a member of CIBFI OIC. CIBFI is a significant piece in the worldwide architecture of Islamic finance, has over 130 members from 34 jurisdictions representing market actors, international intergovernmental organizations, professional businesses and industry association. CIBFI is the global voice of the Islamic financial service industry, protecting and promoting its position while also fostering collaboration among its affiliates and with other aligned with organizational interests and goals.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So next we move on to the objectives of the General Council for Islamic Banking. So firstly, provide statistics and information on the Islamic financial industry that is complete, accurate, comprehensive and trustworthy. Next, to establish a one-stop shop for data and information on the global Islamic financial industry. Last but not least, to provide vital data and information to Islamic financial industry operators, regulators, policymakers, investors and financiers so they may make informed decisions. So next we move on to the main functions and operations. So firstly, ensuring that Sharia decisions are applied consistently by Islamic financial institutions in Malaysia. The Sharia Advisory Council's Sharia judgments serve as a major reference for Islamic financial institutions seeking to ensure end-to-end Sharia compliance in product structuring and implementations. Furthermore, the Central Bank of Malaysia 2009 stipulates that Sharia issues presented to court or raised in any arbitration procedure shall be referred to Sharia Advisory Council for clarification and certainty. Secondly, the main functions are establishes the Sharia foundation for the development of a comprehensive Sharia contract-based regulatory framework in Malaysia for Islamic financial institutions. The Sharia Advisory Council stipulates the fundamental aspects of the contracts in this regard, taking into account numerous Sharia perspectives, research findings, as well as custom and market practices. So lastly, the main functions are the Sharia Advisory Council is also in charge of evaluating all Islamic banking and takaful products for compliance with Sharia principles. It advises Bank Negara Malaysia on all Sharia issues connected to Bank Negara Malaysia's Islamic financial activity and transactions, as well as those of other linked businesses. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Products and services. CIBAFI have membership to all their members. I will tell about CIBAFI membership, background and benefits. Firstly, background. The Islamic Development Bank (IDB) and a number of renowned Islamic financial institutions created by CIBAFI in 2001 as an international non-profit organization. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation is a member of CIBAFI, which is OIC. CIBAFI is the global voice of the Islamic financial services industry, protecting and promoting its position, while also fostering collaboration among its members with other organizations with similar interests and goals. CIBAFI is a significant piece in the international architecture of Islamic finance, with over 130 members from more than 34 jurisdictions throughout the world. Its objective is to represent the Islamic financial services sector as the main industry voice in pushing regulatory, financial and economic policies that are in the best interest of its members and promote the growth of the Islamic financial services industry and sound industry practice. The strategic objectives of CIBAFI are: first, advocacy for Islamic finance value and related policies and regulations; second, research and innovation; and last but not least, training and professional empowerment. Membership benefits. Members of CIBAFI have the chance to attend important events in the Islamic finance industry such as conferences, roundtable meetings and closed conversations. This will make it easier for members to share their experiences and best practices in regards to the most recent emergent concerns facing the Islamic financial services business. As the global umbrella for Islamic financial institutions, CIBAFI will interact positively with policymakers from major stakes by advocating for the views of its members and improving the Islamic finance industry by promoting industry best practices. Members will have the access to the CIBAFI database, which includes country reports, briefings, newsletters, and CIBAFI and industry news. Members will also be able to take advantage of exclusive pricing on CIBAFI professional development programs.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad HELMY bin ZAMRI. My matrix number is 061521. So right now, let's discuss about the difference between Islamic and conventional operation. First, for conventional operation, money is a product besides medium of exchange and store of value. But for Islamic operation, the real asset is a product. Money is just a medium of exchange. Next, for conventional operation, time value is the basis for charging interest on capital. But for Islamic operation, there are profit on exchange of goods and service is the basis of earning the profits. Next, for conventional operation, while disbursing cash finance, running finance, or working capital finance, there are no agreement for exchange of goods and service is made. But for Islamic operation, the execution of agreement for the exchange of goods and service is must, while disbursing funds under salam and istisna. And now we know that for Islamic operation, we have to make an agreement for the exchange of goods and service, while disbursing funds under salam and istisna. Next, we move to the conventional operation. Bridge financing and long-term loans lending is not made on the basis of existence of capital goods. But for the Islamic operation, musyarakah and diminishing agreement are made after making sure the existence of capital goods before disbursing funds for a capital project. And the last but not least, in conventional operation, debt financing gets the advantage of leverage for an enterprise due to interest expense as deductible items from taxable profits. For Islamic operation, sharing profits in case of mudarabah and sharing in the organization of business venture in case of musyarakah provides extra tax to federal government.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad AIZAT bin Isa. My entry number is 05941. I would would like to talk about the current states of development in the General Council for Islamic banks and financial institutions, or known as CIBAFI. Islamic banking is gaining popularity not only in our country but around the world. Islamic banking is no longer limited to Muslims, and it now has a broad and expanding appeal. Increased non-Muslim acceptance of Islamic finance will be a crucial driver. In the medium to long term, increasing standardization, particularly in Sharia interpretation and legal paperwork, is likely to enhance operational efficiency and enable additional sector innovation. Various industry organizations and standard setters are collaborating to push this agenda forward globally. Sharia goals or objectives have some similarities to ESG issues and the larger goal of sustainable finance. As the concept of responsible financing gains traction, demand for Islamic banking products and services is projected to rise. With Islamic banking relatively well established in the Middle East and Southeast Asia, development will be driven by new growing areas such as North Africa and the Commonwealth of Independent States (CIS). Growth will be fueled by active regulatory efforts and strategic initiatives in these markets. As a result of technological advancement, Islamic financial providers will be able to reach underserved regions with more affordable digital financial services. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I am Syed Muhammad AFIQ bin Syed HAMID, and I'll be talking about the issues and challenges. There are 3 issues and challenges. The first is the competition from conventional finances. Islamic finances still has a long way to go with well-known conventional finances, because some of the conventional finances has existed in almost 60 years ago, 70 years ago, or maybe even 100 years ago. Islamic finances might still exist during that time period, but it is not widespread. It is not known to the public. And second is the lack of public awareness on Islamic finances. The Islamic finances, the people did not aware of Islamic finances due to how convenient the conventional finances are, which means the people still use the conventional finances to this day and for their lifetime. And the third is the digital era. Islamic finances has just begun to step up on the game, but in the 2000s, conventional finances has found its way to modernize their services to the clients, which means the Islamic finances is struggling to keep up with the conventional finances. That is all for the video about the General Council for Islamic Banks and Financial Institutions. If you have any comments or suggestions, please type at the section below. And if you like the video, please click the like button. And that is all from us. Assalamualaikum.